away they go, and this is going to be a tough one. 12.5 kilometres to be covered, 4 shoots in all, and Mike, this really has to be the highlight of the biathlon season, the 5 mass starts that we've had, the top 30 in the world going head to head.
I think it is the ultimate race. As you say, they're all ranked after so many races, 24 individual races. We've got the best 30 right here, right now, and especially when they're doing the exact same course at the exact same time.
Now, each of the athletes taking the lane that corresponds with their bib number. This is the only shoot that is necessary. After that, you take lane 1 if you come into the range first. So, Neuner nearest the camera, Hausfeld in lane 2. Those in lanes 25 through to 30 have already started. Neuner's prone has been excellent this season. First miss for Hausfeld, that puts her under a bit of pressure. Neuner has gone clear. I guess we could have expected that, but Hausfeld should come strong. Another miss for Jonsson, Mike, and Henkel's gone wide. Olofsson's gone wide. It's looking good for Magdalena Neuner. Domracheva with a clear shoot, and Zina Cocker, an absolute nightmare. Maybe pushing the pace a little bit too hard on that first lap.
Well, Neuner, she does it so well. She's 5.6 seconds ahead of Kuzmina. That was very sensible from Kuzmina. She didn't even try to get up into the top 10 coming into the range. Happy in 15th and just keeping her pacing perfect.
Well, the top 11 all going 0 on that first shoot. Olga Medvedtseva is in there for Russia. In fact, she's the only Russian to have gone clear on that first shoot, which is a little bit of a surprise. And that's a nice visor we've got, or blinder, I should say, for Magdalena Neuner, with Martina Beck, Wilhelm, and of course Simone Hausfeld on the picture. Well, here is Neuner in a familiar situation, leading the way into the stadium, and there's no way she's going to retire. Still slightly bemused by the fact that Hausfeld is going, and this has been by far and away her best season. I know she says it's nice to go out on top, which she certainly is, but the factor for me, she's still getting better, and so far in the last 10 days or so, she's the only woman who's really challenged Neuner.
You mentioned Neuner a couple of days ago as if she had a smile when she came in to shoot. I'm wondering if that's what her psychologist has worked on to relax her more. It certainly works.
Yeah, the prone has been fantastic this year. Her standing shoot still has a little bit of a question mark over it. We'll see how she gets on, but she could well find herself 30 seconds clear of the rest of the field at the halfway marker. Kuzmina, the Olympic sprint champion, in lane 2, nearest the camera. Sandrine Bay, good steady performance from her. Nice to see her on the podium. It would be fantastic to see her on the podium in her last race.
It would. Bay, a much lower position than Kuzmina beside her, quite a high position, but both look brilliant. 2 misses for Wilhelm and for Hausfeld. Now that spells trouble for Hausfeld. 3 misses in all, and of course she is trying to defend the lead in the mass start World Cup standings, and at the moment she is going to be a minute and a half behind her main rival, Magdalena Neuner. I'm just wondering here, there's Neuner going out with 20-second advantage. That's going to extend maybe to 30 seconds, so she can afford to miss 1 shot in the standing, 2 stand shoots to come.
More misses from Jonsson, but she's down that far side of the range, which we've already established is producing harder shooting conditions. Biligina, Pedrina, Via Semerenko missing as well.
And look at the light, Patrick, there on that very left segment of the range. You're in the shade. Now, if you zero in the light and then you go into the shade, it really does make a difference. I do think that each...
So Neuner will be aware that she's at least 20 seconds clear of the field, and she'll have done the mathematics. She knows that she can afford 1 miss and still come out with a lead. That would be an accurate calculation on her part, but if she misses 2, and usually 3, 4 and 5 are the targets she struggles with, then we've got a race on our hands again if that happens. Uwe Mussigang looks pretty happy with the way things are going. What a success his career has been. Soon be in charge of the whole German programme. We'll see how that affects the men next year. So, Neuner, big shoot.
I think, Patrick, we might see 2 missed here in this time in for Neuner.
She's in lane 1, which so far today has proved the easiest. Well, you thought for a moment you were going to be wrong, Mike, but in the end you were proved right. 3 out of 5 for Neuner. Now, Kuzmina, Bay and Henkel, who can stay clear. Look at the wind. It's quite strong now, blowing slightly from right to left, but towards the athletes.
But this really does give these four in the range a chance to even get past Neuner. But they need to get 5.
Henkel has missed. Sandrine Bay has missed now. Kuzmina's got a chance. Is this going to be her best race since that Olympic gold medal? Oh, she's struggling with shot number 5, and Neuner now onto her second penalty loop. Away goes Kuzmina. It's going to be close between those two. Shermarenko has missed 2. Makarainen with a chance to get a good race this season has gone and missed. Domracheva, Bachmann, Sleptseva, and as we go down the range, they're finding it harder and harder.
They certainly are. Medvedeva, I think she's on a great one today. She's more rested than the rest of the athletes around her, and she's got 5.
Keep an eye out for Hausfeld. She's just settled on the firing point, having missed 3 already, and she really needs to go 10 out of 10 in the stand, but that is going to be a tall order. She's thrown the first one wide, so I think she can kiss goodbye to the Mass Start trophy.
It looks like it. It very much looks like it. But Kuzmina's taken the lead ahead of Neuner, only 6.4 seconds.
Medvedeva and Sandrine Bay still in this race. The Russians enjoying the fact that Medvedeva's got out there in 3rd, equal with Sandrine Bay.
Stands, it's turned everything around. We've got 54 seconds separating the top 13. So there's a real chance there for anyone in the top 13, depending on what happens at the front end. Gives them a chance to even win.
So 1 shoot to go in this women's race. I'll tell you what would be very interesting. We've had quite a few correspondents throughout the years on our email, which is biathlon.eurosport@yahoo.co.uk. If you want to let us know what your season's highlights are, we'll read them out during the men's race, which is later on this afternoon. Men and women's tour. That'd be very interesting to know what you've been most impressed by, who's produced the most inspirational performance. Just do let us know, and we'll find a little bit of time in the men's race, which, as I say, starts this afternoon, 1:15 if you're watching in the UK. Well, Neuner is back in the lead, but only has 0.6 over the Olympic sprint champion. And Sandrine Bay is there, Mike, so close. She'll be more nervous than the rest, because it really would be a fantastic way to end a career. 3 kilometres to go, but the small problem of 5 targets to hit before they set out on the final lap. And Neuner with Kuzmina for company. I think Neuner will be confident that she can outski Kuzmina on the last lap, but having said that, Kuzmina was on fantastic form out in Vancouver, produced her fastest skiing ever, and on a couple of races produced a quicker lap time than Neuner. So maybe Kuzmina is back to that sort of shape. Let's hope so. Could be a great finale. Neuner with 4 wins already this season. Jonsson has 4, Hausfeld has 4. If she hits 5 out of 5, chances are she'll make it 5. Last 2 the hardest. Well, she gets 5 this time, and so a total of 7 out of 10. Kuzmina has thrown 1 wide as well, but is struggling with the speed that Neuner shot at. Needs this to stand any chance. It's gone down. She's still in the race. Now a chance for Bay if she can hit 5 out of 5. But Mike, Sandrine's not been shooting that fast.
Well, she's deliberately taking pressure off by getting the second from left first. Then she's gone to the far left. It's looking good. Medvedeva's missed 1. Look at the wind.
2 leaders halfway round the penalty loop. Sandrine Bay taking her time, but it has paid off. She's got it down. An extra 3 seconds thrown away. Medvedeva with her first miss. Domracheva throws her first shot wide and the second. She's out of the running for a podium finish. And Romanova, who won the sprint 2 days ago, throws number 4 wide, but is still in with a chance of getting in the top 3.
The wind, Patrick, to hold the rifle steady, it's not possible. It makes it really difficult just for that split-second timing to get the target.
Well, all the more reason for applauding Brunet and Wilhelm, who both get 5 from 5, and they'll be in the chase for a top 5 position. Neuner, Bailly and Kuzmina 11 seconds apart. That was a very quick penalty loop from Magdalena Neuner, and Sandrine is now in a position, maybe she'll accept that she's not going to catch Magdalena Neuner, but she will put up an almighty fight to stay in the top 3.
What a great way for Sandrine Bailly to end her career. This meant so much for her to go out on a high and to podium in your last race. Well done to Sandrine. It hasn't gone all her own way this season, unfortunately, although did pick up the bronze in the Olympic relay. Neuner is just so strong all round, physically and mentally. And there's the shot she missed just to the right.
Well, the way things are going, Neuner is going to make it 4 seasons in Khanty and 5 victories. In fact, she won twice in 2007. This is a track that obviously suits her skills. Despite the fact that she's missed 3 today, she is out on her own with a lead of 10 seconds. We did see her out-skied on the last loop in Khanty-Mansiysk, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
I think Sandrine Bailly will be trying, out of the 2 chasing, Kuzmina's there together with Sandrine Bailly. If they can work together, I'm just thinking if they work together, but Neuner is just so strong, so fast. And this is the hard work part of this 2.5 kilometre. I think that's Bailly in the background crossing the bridge. So Bailly is making an individual attack, trying to close that 11 seconds. You can see the wind blowing there on the fur hats.
Well, as we start this last loop, good skiing from Sandrine. She's opening up a bit of a gap over Kuzmina, and I think that shows how hungry she is for another podium finish. This will be, if she stays in second, that will be her best race of the season, and certainly she will be going out on a high. What a career it's been for Bailly. She won the overall World Cup back in 2005. She's had 20 wins on the World Cup, and of course she won the world title in the pursuit here in 2003. The only thing she hasn't done, Mike, is Olympic success, and actually pretty short of World Championship medals as well.
Yes, on the big day, that's the only the weakness in Sandrine Bailly's armour. A fantastic career, though, and from a team that wasn't well established for winning when Sandrine started.
Good finishing race from Caddy Wilhelm as well, lying in 4th at the moment. Brunet proving that she is one of the most consistent biathletes on the tour. Brunet lying in 9th place in the World Cup standings. She's too far behind Olga Zaitseва to think of moving up into 8th. But that's a really good season for Brunet, and good news for the French. They'll have 1 free athlete on the tour next year.
Look at Neuner. She realises she's extending her lead, but she's designed to keep on pushing. She won't back off at all. That typical real high left leg return action, but that's because her bindings are set quite far back, and she's just created a reaction to lift high. Kuzmina's decided to make a charge here now.
Well, probably pacing this last lap right. Bailly taking 5 seconds out of Kuzmina on the first kilometre of the final lap, and that can often be a mistake. They've got just 600 metres to go. Those 5 metres are going to be quite hard to close down. But Kuzmina, I think, probably the quickest sprinter of these 2. What has Sandrine got left at the top? There'll be a huge amount of support. Really popular athlete on the tour, well known here in Khanty-Mansiysk after her successes all the way back in 2003. And in fact, it's Sandrine who turns it up with 500 to go.
Well, that just shows the intelligent racing from Sandrine. She just heard Kuzmina almost on her ski tails, and that's the time to attack. As soon as the athlete closes in, make another attack, and then generally you snap the athlete trying to catch you. You mentioned your season's favourite points, Patrick, earlier for people to email in, and for me it's Kuzmina winning the gold and silver at the Olympics after breaking her hand just after Christmas.
Well, I think for me, it was Tora Berger's gold in the individual event. It was an inspired run. It was an inspirational run by her. More of that later as we watch Magdalena Neuner cross the line to get her 5th win of the season. She secures the overall trophy, secures the mass start trophy, which she adds to the pursuit trophy. What a fabulous season for her. And, of course, 2 gold medals thrown in from the Olympics just for good measure. Great way to finish your career for Sandrine Bailly. her best run of the season, only her second time on the podium. Congratulations to her. We've all enjoyed watching her over the years, and it's been a fabulous career that has brought many, many youngsters, particularly from France, into the sport. And nice to see the Olympic sprint champion Kuzmina coming back and getting on the podium.